Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out today. You know, Southwest Louisiana is the youth sports capital of Louisiana. And just to touch on a few of the events that we have here, the LHSAA Softball event has been here for 22 years. LHSAA Swimming has been next door for 17 years. Baseball for the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, 12 years. And the boys basketball just finished their 10th year at Burton Coliseum. But it's not just the high school tournaments that come here. There's so many others. The Jenny Finch World Series, Future Stars Series National Championships, Cajun Elite Volleyball Youth Tournament, Tournament of the Stars basketball event, Pro Watercross National Championships, USA Boxing National Championships and Olympic Trials, USA Quidditch, Collegiate and Club Regionals, EVP, Pro Beach Volleyball, Team USA Softball, the Southland Conference Championships in baseball, softball, women's basketball, men's basketball, along with a slew of USSSA and 2D events throughout the entirety of the year. Events come to Southwest Louisiana when they want to crown their champions. Part of the allure of the area is our facilities that our communities have built to host these types of events and provide exceptional recreation experience and opportunities for our citizens. Quality of life amenities are one of the most important factors in people's decisions on where they want to live. We're here today because our leaders across the entire parish want to continue to lead the state of Louisiana with recreational facilities. And you will hear from some of them that are right behind me in just a few minutes. Even though we have dominated the youth sports facility race for many years, there are still needs that our community has. We do not have the proper number of lighted flat fields to host our youth soccer, flag football, rugby, or lacrosse. And of course, the newest craze, who hasn't played it yet? Pickleball. And of course, there's several pickleball facilities and courts being built across our community, but not nearly enough to handle all of the different age range and number of participants that are starting to pick up and play pickleball. These are just two that come to mind, but what we're here to talk about today is a process to find out what else our citizens desire in recreation facilities. Huddle Up Group from Phoenix, Arizona is the leading consultant for recreation facilities in our country. They have worked within our community previously to help with strategy and facility standards, and we have hired them to create a comprehensive master plan for recreation facilities. The first step of that plan is why we're here today to announce a public survey that will be sent out next week via email and broadly distributed across all social media platforms. We want to encourage every citizen in Calcasieu Parish to take advantage of this opportunity to share your thoughts and, more importantly, your dreams about what recreation facilities are needed for all ages and abilities across all of our communities. And now we'll start with some of the leaders and their thoughts. I'd like to introduce the mayor of this great city we're in, Sulphur, Louisiana, Mayor Mike Danahay.
Good morning, everyone. Move this thing up a little bit. Here we go. That's better. Thank y'all for coming out today. Certainly, Kyle has come up with a concept I believe that we should all take a look at, and that's a master plan for our recreational facilities throughout Southwest Louisiana. Sulphur, as you mentioned, is host to a lot of different things. We like to think that we're the epicenter of youth sports here in Southwest Louisiana, but we also understand that it's become a much bigger concept, and that we're starting to see that there's a lot of different things, activities that take place that entail a lot of different facilities in all of Southwest Louisiana. I believe this master plan will kind of bring into focus maybe some of the needs that would be there, and also how we as a recreational district or a municipal sports district can be able to utilize that information to better things that would take place in Southwest Louisiana when it comes to youth sports activities. We do encourage people to go on and take this survey. I think it's from April 3rd to April 30th. that we'd be doing this. And then from that information, we can compile that data and be able to get a better picture of what assessment needs that we need here in Southwest Louisiana. We here at the City of Sulphur work very closely with SPAR, Sulphur Parks and Recreation, and have for many, many years. We partner with them in many ways, and we certainly like to think that we have some of the greatest facilities in the region. But there's also competition out there. There are other municipalities and other areas that are now building facilities that are equal to ours, or being new and things like that are much more attractive. And so we want to stay on the forefront of this. And so I think that's something that this survey will be able to bring forward. So thank y'all very much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mayor Nick Hunter from Lake Charles. And when we got, Mike Castile, our Director of Community Services, is with me today. Mike, thanks for joining. When we got in the vehicle to travel over here, I timed it. It was 17 minutes to get from downtown Lake Charles to this beautiful facility, and this is an amazing facility, something this entire community should be very proud of. There's a really beautiful water park right outside, and my son is 5, so he's just at that age where we're starting to enjoy stuff like that. And I just want to say, I would have no problem driving my son 17 minutes to go access one of the most beautiful water parks in Southwest Louisiana in Sulphur, and that's okay. So I want to thank everyone for the teamwork, and thanks for the vision that brought this day together. I think today is a very historic moment for Southwest Louisiana and Calcasieu Parish. To my knowledge, we have never in our history come together for a shared vision like this. We can do more with recreation. We can be better with recreation. We shouldn't compete against each other inside Calcasieu Parish. As Mayor Danahay said, we should be competing with other communities around us. Let's not compete against each other. Let's compete against the other communities. And that's where I think a shared vision can really be a great benefit. We are not trying to dismantle structures that have allowed some of these amazing facilities. We're trying to offer a better ability to work together. Let's not duplicate. Let's not compete with each other. Let's work together. Let's complement each other. I'll say again, 17 minutes to go drive and enjoy a water park in a neighboring city is not an offensive thing. It's not something that bothers me. And so I think that we can do a lot in working together. We should be competing against other communities, and we can do a better job of that. By working together, we can win that competition, but only by working together. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of opinions about recreation in Calcasieu Parish. That's a good thing. I would take passion and excitement over indifference any day of the week. Parents, families, here's your chance. Here's your chance to let this community know what you think. What are we doing right, and what are we doing wrong? I am not an expert in recreation. I am not an expert in running ball fields or how many ball fields we should have in this community, but let's go talk to the experts. Let's get a third party from outside the area to come and tell us, in their opinion, get the information from the community, and based on what our community wants, how can we utilize our current assets better, and how can we make some strides to be better for this entire community moving forward. Southwest Louisiana, Calcasieu Parish has a good track record of working together. This is just another example. So again, today's a historic day, and I expect a lot of good things to come from this master plan. I, again, thank the entire team that put this together. This is an important step, and I think we'll benefit from it. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Good morning. This is a beautiful facility, and I'm sure you've all been to Lake Charles, a beautiful facility there as well. And they bring so many people to this area, and it's a great economic benefit. And I think we're kind of at the point, this has all been great, but where do we take it from here? And I think they're right on SPAR, and as well as Lake Charles, and doing this survey and this study of giving us a guideline of where to go next. And people are very opinionated, as Mayor Hunter said about recreation. As I was leaving my business, couple of my employees knew what I was coming over here for today, and they gave me an earful, and I just say, hey, hang on, you'll be able to take part in the survey. So I would encourage everyone to do that. Take part in the survey, everybody across the whole parish. I'm sure it'll only take a few minutes. And then that way your voice can be heard, and that information will be put into whatever's going to happen next. Now, I will say I'm interested in this pickleball, because I'm not quite sure what that is, but just from the sounds of it, sounds like an out-of-shape, fat, old guy like me. I could probably, that might be something I could do, pickleball. Although maybe the name's confusing or misleading. I'm going to let you explain that to me whenever we're done. Thank y'all.
Once again, good morning. My name is Albert Landry. I'm representing Lake Charles Ward 3 Recreation. I am here. My director, Mr. Kip Tejada, could not make it, so I'm here in his relief. Just to let you know, recreation plays a big role in building communities, okay? It is not just about the youth. It is not just about the middle age. It's not just about the senior citizens. It's all of the above. Communities are built with great recreation centers. Communication and impact is how we're going to continue to grow. I work very closely with Mr. Castile sitting in the back, work very closely with Mr. Zortler. Mayor Nick Hunter, Mayor of Lake Charles, is always in contact with my director, Kip Tejada, and I look forward to working closely with Ms. Lori from SPAR. But like I said, we try to do things that's going to impact every age group, youth, middle age, and senior citizens. We are able to provide programs, we're able to provide activities, keep kids out of trouble, to keep our senior citizens feeling young, and to keep our middle age, keep them in shape, preventative maintenance, keep them from going to doctors and things of that nature. So once again, I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to represent Lake Charles Ward 3 Recreation. I've been at Ward 3 Recreation for 15 years now. I had a variety of roles that variety of positions that I've had. So once again, I thank y'all. I look forward to helping with this survey. We support SPAR, we support the city of Lake Charles, and we support recreations, not just in Calcasieu Parish, but all over the state of Louisiana. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Laurie Colzer with Sulphur Parks and Recreation. Glad to be here today. Certainly want to welcome everyone to our facility. Some of you have been here, some of you have not. But just want to give you a little history of what SPAR has brought to our community as well as the whole parish. 1943, the police jury was authorized by the legislature to create within the parish community center and playground districts. This act allowed the jury to appoint a board of commissioners of each district, setting their term of office and declaring such districts as political subdivisions. 2023 marks our 75th anniversary. We're extremely proud of that. SPAR's proven to be a shining beacon to the outside other communities in our area and adjacent states. There are people who come here from all over the place and look at it and said, how do you do this? You know, not only in Sulphur, but in Lake Charles, Westlake, Benton, Iowa, they all have wonderful facilities. We want to thank our past presidents for our board, the jurors, directors for their vision and leadership that have brought a great quality of life to our residents as well as visitors. Also proud of our staff. We have extremely fortunate, dedicated staff that have made this their career. They're extremely passionate, they're protective, and if you speak to any of them, I think that most of them have served for a long time, and we love having them. But then again, it's our residents. Our residents also pass the tax that make all this happen. We want to take care of that, the quality of life that we provide to them, as well as some of us in this room who are also residents of the parish as a whole. We've seen tremendous growth over the years since I've been here for 22 years. The aquatic center, the water park, brings in a tremendous amount of people from outside of the district as well as in district to enjoy our facilities. That's a huge impact to our economy, and we want to continue that. McMurray Baseball Complex 4041, who continually participates with high school sports, not only in Sulphur, but also accommodating Lake Charles teams that have maybe been displaced by the hurricane damages. Our latest feature that we've added is a golf teaching facility, as well as some pickleball courts. I know everybody seems to mention pickleball courts. We have actually have, at McMurray Complex, we had 8 tennis courts. We've converted 2 of those to make 6 pickleball courts. And it's been quite successful since it opened at the end of March, I believe, or excuse me, the end of February. What's your recreation? Everybody has a different recreation need, whether it be passive parks, baseball, softball, football, you name it. We feel like we cover a lot of that, but there's always room to expand and grow. So we look forward to working with the CDB and our area leaders to make that happen. Our focus right now is, of course, to improve our facilities, the aesthetics. We have some aging facilities that we've been fortunate enough from hurricane damages to make those improvements. And we continue to do that. Sometimes just a can of paint does wonders. But we are focused on that, as well as a redesign for our Center Circle Park. That's going to be a tremendous highlight for that area, where it will bring Maplewood Commons and Center Circle Park look as a whole. So we're looking forward to that, as well as celebrating our 75th anniversary. We hope that the recreational survey will provide Visit Lake Charles with information that will allow them to continue successfully advocating for the tourism industry and promoting Southwest Louisiana. Thank you, guys.
Well, that wraps up our press event today. Each of the speakers and myself will be available if any of the members of the media would like to speak after this individually, one-on-one. Again, as we wrap this up, we just ask the citizens of Calcasieu Parish to go online, find the survey, and participate. We need your input. Thank you.